Welcome to episode of 1.5 of my destashing of all my yarn. Now this is not a full destashing video where I calculate how much I actually have completed and putting all the totals. Instead today I'm going to kind of show you how I have set up my bullet journal in order to actually keep track of all the different things I'm making and just give myself a bit more of some useful references throughout this journey that I can refer back to. If you're familiar with the other content that I do, you would know that I also upload monthly bullet journal setup videos, and so I thought it would be fun just to show you how I also use my bullet journal for things other than just keeping track of my daily schedule. Starting off, I am listing down all of the crochet hooks I currently have. I have found it's much more convenient just to have a physical list right in front of me whenever I'm searching up patterns online, instead of having a digital one and having to switch back and forth between tabs, so there's easier reference. I currently have an entire set of the Clover crochet hooks, and then I have recently bought their steel hooks because I want to get into more micro crochet. So here I am writing all that down as an easy reference. I've written down both the letter/number sizes of these crochet hooks as well as the millimeter size. Majority of the time patterns just reference the millimeter size, so I'm still trying to understand the logic of the lettering system, but I wrote it down just in case. Using a combination of zebra midliners and some brush pens, I'm now color matching the handles of each crochet hook into the bullet journal. Because the hooks are so distinctly colored, if I can also rely on the color to tell me which size it is instead of just reading it all the time, it makes that process just a little bit faster. Next, I'm writing down a reference for my Takumi interchangeable knitting needles. This set I think is also by Clover. I should have mentioned the hooks are the Amore Clover hook set. Following the same idea as the crochet hooks, I'm writing down all the different sizes that I have and the numbering system it has, as well as all the different cord lengths. Here I'm creating a page for all my project ideas. This includes all the different patterns that I see that I want to do, or potentially patterns that I want to create myself. So you'll see that I use sticky notes here in order to write the idea down and then put it in, because I don't like the permanence of writing it completely inside the book, and also sometimes I want to rearrange ideas or want to write notes on the ideas itself and there's not enough space on the page itself. Sticky notes are a fantastic way to be able to add that little bits and pieces of information in the ideation phase rather than writing down permanently and later down the road I'm like, I don't want to do this project anymore. Here I'm creating a sort of tracker. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do this, so this is an idea for the bullet journal this time around, which is one of the fantastic parts of bullet journaling. If a spread doesn't work for you later on, you can always make a new one. So here I am writing down the date of release of each video that I'll be creating and exactly how many grams of yarn there will be remaining by the end of that video. Check out my first video in order to see how much I have actually gone. Hopefully I have next video recorded and it should be out pretty soon. Here I'm creating an actual project tracker, so projects that are actually in motion or I have committed to doing, I'll be writing down here. One of the questions I'm still trying to figure out as I'm using the spread, because I'm recording the voiceover much later, is exactly to what extent I'm tracking each stage, because if it's too many stages it gets really bogged down, but if it's too few then it doesn't actually tell me how many projects I have in motion. So for now I stuck with 3 stages: started to sew and finished. This is because one of my least favorite parts of the crochet process, or needlework process I should say in general, is the sewing. So I always tend to procrastinate on that and leave it off, so it's one of those things I should track. I think in the future when I do this spread again, I'll probably add at least one more category, specifically the crocheting or the needlework part is finished, because I didn't make a strong enough distinction between the sewing and the needle part, and that made this a little bit hard to use. If you're wondering about the washi tape that I used in the spread, this was actually one I found at the now forever gone Joann's, and it was all like yarn themed. So the one right here has little stitches on it, which unfortunately you can't get anymore because Joann no longer exists, but it's a very cool washi tape. So here we go. It's very simple 2 pages of spreads to hopefully help me with my desession journey. If you like this video, please subscribe or leave a like and a comment, and consider watching my other videos, both the bullet journaling and stash busting. I'll see you next time.